Hello everyone and welcome to wait a second. That's much better. But something is still missing. There it is. We're all set now. Welcome to Culture Shock, the show where we dive into the differences between exchange students' home countries and the country they're exploring. I'm Jarne, your host for today's episode, and we're talking about Japan. Before we jump into the fun stuff, let me give you a little background about myself. My name is Jarne Kant, I'm 20 years old, and I'm doing an exchange in Osaka. Osaka is located in the Kansai region of Japan and is known as one of the country's big three cities, alongside Tokyo and Yokohama. I'm doing my exchange at Kendai University and this is my campus. To simply sum up my life at Kendai, life here is a lot of fun. But to explain why, I'll need something to help me visualize my thoughts. Let's see. Oh, I know. Summon. Perfect. This will definitely help. First up, the dorms. The short distance between where I live and the campus is amazing. The campus is just a short walk away, which makes it super convenient to get to lectures on time. No need to stress about being late. Next, let's talk about the size of the campus. Kindai's campus is massive. This not only gives you plenty of space to explore, but it also means more opportunities to meet new people and make new friends. And the food? Oh, let me tell you all about the food. There are multiple restaurants right on campus, which makes grabbing a bite between classes super easy. Plus, it's a great way to try all sorts of Japanese dishes. Trust me, you'll never get hungry there. Another thing I really appreciate is the Japanese language classes offered for exchange students. They're fantastic for picking up the basics you'll need in daily life. Whether it's ordering food or asking for directions, these classes really help you feel more at home. Speaking of support, the teachers here are incredible. They're always there to help, whether it's with academic questions or even issues in your daily life. They're super approachable, which is such a comfort when you're really far away from home. Finally, one of my favorite parts, the collaborative classes. We get to work on projects with Japanese students. It's an amazing way to connect, learn about each other's cultures, and practice teamwork. Time for some delicious breakfast.
Hold it!
And there it is, the first big culture difference of the episode. Let's talk about food habits in Belgium, my home country, versus Japan. The amount of hot meals eaten in a day is different between Belgium and Japan. In Belgium, it is common for people to eat 1 or 2 hot meals a day, while in Japan, this is 2 or 3 hot meals a day. In Belgium, breakfast typically revolves around bread, but in Japan, breakfast is a whole different story. It is more likely to include rice, miso soup, and sometimes even fish or an egg. Moving on to lunch. In Belgium, lunch is pretty flexible. It can be either hot or cold and might be something homemade or bought in a cafeteria. In Japan, however, the norm is often a pre-made bento box or grabbing something from a local store or restaurant. A bento is a beautifully packed lunchbox with all sorts of delicious goodies. Finally, dinner. In Belgium, dinner is usually a hot meal prepared at home, something hearty and comforting to end the day. In Japan, it's also a hot meal, but there's a little more variety. It might be cooked at home or picked up from a local restaurant. After breakfast, it's time to leave the dorm and head to campus. I usually walk there with my friends. It's a nice way to start the day. Once we arrive, it's straight into the morning courses. Oh, look, the teacher's giving back our homework. Let me grab mine real quick.
Hold it!
And that's culture shock number 2. Let's talk about bowing in Japan. In Japan, bowing, also known as ojigi, is a big part of daily life. It's not just a gesture, it's a way of showing respect, gratitude, or even apologizing. Here are a few common situations where bowing is used. Greetings and farewells. Whether you're saying hello or goodbye, a bow is often part of the ritual. Expressing gratitude. If someone helps you out or does something kind, bowing shows your appreciation. Apologizing. A bow can express how sorry you are. The deeper the bow, the more sincere the apology. And lastly, business situations. In formal or professional settings, bowing is used to show respect and build rapport. I continue my day by having lunch with my friends at the cafeteria. Itadakimasu.
Hold it!
This brings us to the last culture shock. the custom of saying itadakimasu before and gochisousama desu after eating a meal. Let's start with itadakimasu. Literally translated, it means to humbly receive. It's said before eating to show gratitude. Gratitude for the food itself, the people who prepared it, and everything that made the meal possible, from the farmers to the cooks. It's a moment to pause and really appreciate the effort behind your meal. After finishing your food, you say gochisousama desu, which translates to thank you for the meal. This is your way of expressing thanks to everyone involved in providing the meal and acknowledging how fulfilling it was. In both cases, it's customary to clap your hands together lightly while saying the phrases. It's a small gesture, but carries a lot of respect and cultural significance. After lunch, we head to our afternoon classes. Once those are done, it's time to return to the dorm. In the evening at the dorm, I focus on homework and studying Japanese to improve my language skills daily. Dinner is an exciting time to explore Japanese cuisine with friends, trying delicious dishes like ramen, curry, or local specialties. Afterwards, I unwind by catching up with friends or family back home and occasionally play games to relax. By midnight, I'm ready to call it a day and prepare for new adventures. Thank you all for watching this episode of Culture Shock. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe learned something new about the Japanese culture. Until next time, thanks for watching.